Hey, it's Dustin, and if you've been a subscriber for a while, you know that I'm kind of the ChatGPT guy. But somebody commented on a previous video and asked me to look at the Bing chat, which I've actually never tried before. They specifically asked for if you can use it for novel writing, but I figured I would just look at it for basically everything because I've never used it before. So the first thing that I noticed is that you have to use Microsoft Edge in order to use Bing Chat, which I found sort of annoying. I guess you can also use it on your phone. There's an app, but you can't use it in Chrome, which I feel is kind of petty of them, because if you have the world's best AI technology, you shouldn't need to like filter people to your crappy Internet Explorer replacement that nobody wants to use. So that's the first big like negative view that I had, because I tried to open it in Chrome and I was like, why is this not working? And it's because you have to use it in Edge. So keep that in mind. Maybe you're a dedicated Edge user and this won't affect you. That probably means you're in like 0.02% of the population, but there you go. I do like that you can use it in the sidebar. You can also open it up on a web page just like ChatGPT, but within Edge, you can have it on the sidebar, so that way you can easily access it from any web page. So if you're somebody that's constantly going back and forth to ask the AI questions, then you would probably like that. I also like that there's kind of like a free trial without having to sign up. So you get 5 prompts for free. It seems a lot slower, and also when you do sign up, you get you can use 4,000 word prompts instead of 2,000 character prompts. It must be 2,000 characters before you sign up and 4,000 characters after. Most people already have like a Hotmail or something, some kind of Microsoft email address, so it's not too bad to sign up. But if for some reason you're really hesitant about signing up and you just want to try AI without having to give someone your email, you can do that. I don't know why people are like weirded out by that, but I guess some people are. I also like that Bing Chat allows you to choose between creative, balanced, and precision conversation styles. This kind of reminds me more of NovelAI that I used for a month or two to write stories. You could do that in ChatGPT, but you would have to prompt it. So this is kind of built in, which is a bit more user-friendly, which I think is nice. Bing Chat also searches the web by default. No matter what you type in, I found that it was like crawling to find answers for me, rather than just having a data set from 2011 or 2021 or before that you could use. So that's good. GPT-4 actually uses Bing Chat to do their web searches as well. I noticed the other day when I was doing it that it said powered by Bing or something. Kind of potential downsides. So you have a conversation going. Conversation is like one thread of prompts and responses back and forth. So in a conversation, you're limited to 30 turns, which is basically 30 prompts. And you're also limited to 300 chats per day. To be honest, 300 chats shouldn't be that much of an issue, even if you're using it heavily to write a novel or something like I would be. But the issue of it having only 30 turns within the same thread is a bit more concerning for when you're writing long form content, because over the course of writing like a 30,000 word novel, I think I would definitely use more than 30 prompts. So something to keep in mind. You might need to like summarize half of your story, transfer it over to a new thread or conversation, and then go from there. I also really like the compose feature. It's a bit more structured compared to the ChatGPT input, and it lets you easily write stuff like emails, blog posts, and other types of content more easily. It's got like less of a sandbox kind of feel, which ChatGPT has, where you have to totally craft your own prompts. So I tested out some prompts of my own. I took that poodle prompt from one of the previous videos, and the answer, I felt it wasn't nearly as good. It was okay, but it wasn't great. And then I also tried the prompt that I used to create the description and outline for the book that I'm currently working on, and I also felt like that description, it was okay, but it wasn't nearly as detailed either. Without kind of reading side by side, it's difficult to show you the difference, and I don't want to read that because it'd be like 5 minutes of me just reading one book description after the other, which is kind of boring. So I guess I would say my overall impression, it's a decent tool. It's one of the better ones out there. I don't think it's better than ChatGPT. So when would I use Bing Chat? If ChatGPT is an option, I'd always recommend people go with that because it's free and it seems to be the best. But for example, I have a friend on Discord who can't use ChatGPT because it's not available in some countries like Saudi Arabia and Egypt still. So in that case, you might have Bing as your only choice, because I've heard that even using a VPN, you can't get around it and sneak into ChatGPT. So you might have to rely on Bing for the time being, and it'll do a decent job, especially if you're like using it to help tutor you in homework for school or something. It'll work pretty good for that, I think. But more professional applications, I would go with ChatGPT. And then compared to other tools that I've talked about in the past, compared to like Jasper paying $50 a month, I think I'd rather just use Bing for free. That's got kind of similar like email and article writing prompts built into it. Maybe not quite as good, but if you're saving $50 a month, it's hard to say that it's worth paying that much extra. So I would just go with the free option. And then depending on your use case, if you're writing more fiction stuff, I think NovelAI or AI Dungeon might still be the better choice, especially if you're doing like fantasy or D&D type stuff. Those are really good for that. But that's pretty much it. I was impressed with what Bing could do, but I still like ChatGPT more, so I'm going to stick with that. But let me know what you think if you've tried both of them, or whichever is your favorite. Let me know in the comments below, and subscribe for more ChatGPT, AI, whatever, book writing, general freelance writing videos, and I'll see you in the next one.